Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be talking about a bit of a Destiny 2 review about the good, the bad, and the ugly of the Destiny 2 beta, and a lot of things I want to talk about in this video, so make sure you stay tuned towards the end of the video because there's a lot of things that I want to talk about, and you may have a comment or a question about it, so make sure you wait until then. And if you do still have a comment or question, leave it down below, and if you have an opinion about something in the Destiny 2 beta, make sure you leave a good thing and a bad thing in that comment because we want to talk about all of the things in Destiny 2 and not just the good or just the bad. First, let's start off with PvP. Now, there's a lot of great changes for PvP, including the heightened time to kill, the fact that grenades and supers take a lot longer to charge up, the fact that sticky grenades and shoulder chargers no longer one shot, the fact that melee takes 3 shots or 3 melees to kill somebody. These are all amazing, awesome things that I think needed to be in PvP from the beginning that are amazing. So, let's talk about the bad. Has anyone heard of something called a team kill or a team shot? Because in Destiny 2, it is all over the place. And a lot of people are on both sides of the fence. Some people think it's more competitive. You have to work with your team. Objective base play is a lot better, including the fact that everything is an elimination-based kill. So even if you just get a couple of damage shots on people, you'll get a kill credit. It's a lot more team focused, but a lot of people are finding themselves without any kills because of the fact they try to go all gun-ho and fight the enemies, and they always get double teamed by the enemies. So in Destiny 2, you're probably going to have to roll with people, have some communication, which is awesome if you have a group of people, but it is very, very frustrating if you solo queue like me all the time, that you're always going to end up trying to just follow a teammate, and this teammate always seems to act like a complete idiot. Another thing is that supers take a long time to charge. Now, this was a good thing, but the thing is, everyone seems to get their super at the exact same time. At the very end of the game, within like 5 seconds of each other, everyone pops their super, everyone kills each other's supers, and everyone is dying at the end of the game when the game is pretty much decided. Supers are no longer a tool to change the tide of the battle. They are just something to launch at the enemy to try to get as many kills as you possibly can before the game ends. They're no longer a tool, and that kind of changes the PvP dynamic. It makes it so it's not as much a I need this to be saved for a very specific objective, whereas in Countdown, the kind of search and destroy game mode, people do save their supers. It is still towards the end of the game, but people use their supers very seldomly, and they use it for very objective-based points, and it's very important that you save those supers for that game type, whereas in Control, it's always just a spam at the end. I think they have to do some tweaking to make it so certain supers are gained before others, or people who get kills get them faster, and I don't think that people should get 2 supers a game, but I think people should get their supers more towards the middle of the game more often, and so that they're more spread out, and you can actually use it to change the tide of battle. So moving on, let's talk about PvE. Now, a lot of people love the fact in PvP that all the specials were moved over to heavy, so there's less one-shot weapons, but in PvE, people feel like they have a severe lack of power. Now, a lot of the bosses probably have their health reduced so that this effect can kind of change, but when people are playing, they feel like it takes them a while to kill the regular enemies, or it takes them a while to kill those yellow health enemies, those Minotaurs, those Cabal Centurions. They feel like they're lacking that kick that they had from Destiny 1. Now, I'm sure Bungie has done a lot of tweaking to make it so it's still pretty much you take the same amount of time to complete a strike in Destiny 1, but people still are very disappointed by the fact of how long it does take to kill a boss because they don't have their snipers where they can one-shot shoot them over and over and over again within the head, or they don't have their shotguns to deal with the enemies that come out, or the fusion rifle that can just dump damage into the boss. But in turn, it kind of equates to about the same amount of time, but people are still very disappointed by this effect. And on top of that, it seems like the Destiny 2 beta is a lot smaller than the Destiny 1 beta. The Destiny 1 beta had a few story missions, it had a strike, it had an entire explore Cosmodrome area, it had a couple of maps for PvP, different game type, different game modes, and it seemed like there was a lot more. In Destiny 2, we have 1 story mission, 1 strike, 2 different PvP maps and game modes, and it seems like you could finish the beta in about 2 hours when it takes about 3 hours to download, and a lot of people are disappointed by the fact that it is so short. But of course, it is a beta. It is just about stress testing different parts of it, and we don't need to be able to do it, but as fans, we really wanted to see more. But as you guys know Bungie so well, they love wrapping their story in mystery. They want people to be immersed when they play the game. They don't want other people to be seeing other things. They want to make people play it themselves so that when they see it, they can have their holy shit moments. Now, a lot of times they've done this in the past with the different Halo DLCs, the different crazy things that are going to happen, you know, like the different DLC releases with different raids. It is shrouded in mystery from one thing to the other, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what mechanic in the raid is going to do what. It's all about finding it out for yourself, and Bungie loves to make us do this, and they love to hide everything, and they love to hold things back. And as much as I, as a diehard fan, love that and love to just jump into the beta or into the raid and just be like, what the hell are we doing? Oh, look, there's a button over there. Oh, it's shiny. A lot of people are not going to take this on faith. The diehard fans are going to take these things on faith and are going to buy the game anyways because they want to see what's in the beta. They want to see what's in the raid. They're going to want to travel around and explore the planets of Saturn or whatever. But the new people, are not going to just take it on faith. They're not going to just join this huge community of people and these random things. They're not going to just say, hey, that's cool, I'll join. They need to see the holy shit moments, which is why I'm disappointed in the beta. There's not enough of these holy shit moments where a gigantic monster comes out of the depths or some crazy mechanic flings you from side to side or has you do these crazy things. There's no conversations between me and a new player playing the game where I can say, hey, if you saw Destiny 1 and you were disappointed, in Destiny 2, they have this insane part you have to check out. That does not happen in the Destiny 2 beta, which is very disappointing. People who have played Destiny 1 and who are disappointed with Destiny 1 will see Destiny 2 and pretty much think the exact same thing. They are not impressed by the Destiny 2 beta. They're not encouraged to buy the Destiny 2, and I find this very, very discouraging. I, as a diehard fan, of course I'm going to buy it, I'm going to love it, and I am hyped for it, but the new community is not catered for. A lot of other companies seem to cater for the new generation of people so they can get new people to play the game, and they don't cater towards their fan, whereas Bungie, they seem to throw the pendulum in the other direction. Bungie seems to cater only towards the old people, the diehard fans, the people who want to see the mystery, who want to see everything by their own hand, who want to jump in no matter what they say, and that's great and that's amazing. They're listening to our feedback and they're changing the game how we want it, and they're keeping the game how we want it. But the fact is, the new players are not going to see it this way. Now, they continually harp on the fact that they're trying to cater towards the new Guardians and the new people in the arena, and I'm sure that there are, and there's probably hundreds if not millions of people that are going to be playing that are new people, but I don't really feel like this new community is being handheld into the right spot. Now, I have to reiterate by saying I think Bungie is an amazing company. I think they're going to be able to pull it off. I think they're going to have those holy shit moments that are going to bring people into Destiny 2, including the fact that it's now on PC, even though a few months later, which I think is really weird. I think that they're going to change some things around. If they learn, they're going to learn from this beta. They're going to make their changes. They're going to make something absolutely amazing, because every DLC, every change to the game, they have gotten better. They have done things better. They have made the game better. And I know by the time Destiny 7 comes out, we're going to have a game that's so impressive, no other game is going to even be playable, because they're going to get better at it every single time. And I know this is kind of putting expectations on them, but they learn, they listen, and they do things so much better that I am super excited for Destiny 2. And as a last note, SMGs and grenade launchers suck. You need to buff those and make them, better. Just thought I'd mention that because I actually forgot to mention it, and I think it's funny that I mentioned it now, so I just thought I would. But anyways, that's the video for you guys today. Again, if you have a thing you want to talk about, leave in the comments down below. And again, leave a good thing and a bad thing in your comments so you can talk about the good and the bad. And if you had something ugly you also wanted to talk about so we can have an old Western vibe, the good, the bad, and ugly, leave it down in the comments down below. But anyways, hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a like down below so other people can see this video and other people can talk about it in the forums that we call the comment section down below. And of course, if you do end up liking this video, make sure you subscribe for more of these videos in the future. And of course, I've been your host, Chronic, and I'll see you guys over on the next one.